This Monday night, the Miami Dolphins square off with the Los Angeles Rams in what's become a tense matchup. No, not because these teams are exactly close in the standings. The Dolphins find themselves with a challenging 2-6 record, struggling through a 3-game losing streak that's starting to hurt the team's spirit. Meanwhile, the Rams, riding high on a 4-game winning streak, are loaded with offensive talent and appear primed to keep the momentum rolling. So, the question on every Dolphins fan's mind, can Miami break out of this slump against a red-hot Rams team? Will they bring the intensity needed, especially with key players like Tyreek Hill possibly on the sidelines? The Rams' offense isn't one to underestimate. They're led by quarterback Matthew Stafford, a player who knows how to exploit defensive weaknesses and who's shown he can be as deadly as any passer in the league. Alongside Stafford, the Rams are armed with some serious talent on the field. Wide receivers Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua have been relentless, finding ways to get open and make big plays. On the ground, they've got running back Kyren Williams, a threat who keeps defenses on their toes, never quite sure if they're facing a pass-heavy attack or a bruising run game. But what really ties all this firepower together is Rams head coach Sean McVay, known for his creative offensive schemes. McVay's not only a mastermind, but he's got a close relationship with Dolphins' own head coach Mike Mcdaniel, having worked alongside him in the past. These two aren't just colleagues, they're friends, but that camaraderie won't change the stakes of the game. McDaniel knows full well that facing McVay's offense isn't just about countering one or two key players, it's about matching wits with a tactician who's already seen and adapted to nearly every defensive scheme thrown his way. According to McDaniel, McVay and his offensive coordinator, Mike LaFleur, bring a level of unity and precision that make the Rams' offense a difficult puzzle to crack. They don't just play with raw talent, they play as a well-coordinated, almost machine-like unit. McDaniel explained his admiration and his worry, saying, "It's the collective understanding of what they're trying to accomplish." Sean and Mike LaFleur are both people I'm close with, and they've got a real clarity of purpose. They know how to get everyone on the same page, moving as one. That kind of unison forces defenses to stay disciplined because if you overplay or misstep, they'll find ways to make you pay. And that's exactly what Miami has to guard against. If the Dolphins' pass rush isn't sharp enough, Stafford can quickly turn a tiny crack into a gaping hole. With his arm strength and precision, Stafford has no problem racking up points while also keeping the offense balanced. It's an attack that can burn you on deep passes 1 minute, then control the tempo the next, frustrating a defense that doesn't stay vigilant every second. To add to the emotion and intensity, this game isn't just about breaking a losing streak or trying to stay alive in the playoff race for Miami. It's a meaningful night for two Dolphins players. Cornerback Jalen Ramsey and wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. both were crucial parts of the Rams' Super Bowl winning team back in 2022. And this matchup marks their return to Los Angeles. For them, it's not just another game. Returning to a stadium filled with memories of triumph, of sweat, grit, and ultimately, a championship victory, has to feel surreal. You can only imagine the emotions as they step onto that field, the memories of the roaring crowd and the celebration still fresh in their minds. McDaniel touched on the significance of this return, especially for veterans like Ramsey and Beckham, saying, "In the NFL, these moments mean a lot. There's always something special about going back, especially after achieving something as big as a Super Bowl win. For them, I'm sure there'll be memories, but they're professionals through and through. The second that game clock starts, it's about the Miami Dolphins and what we need to get done here and now." So yes, while nostalgia will surely hit, these players are there for one purpose only, to help Miami secure a much-needed victory. All of this adds an extra layer to a game that's already filled with tension. Miami's season is slipping, the playoffs growing dimmer week by week, and they need to pull off something big to keep that hope alive. A win against the Rams would mean much more than just adding a tally to the win column. It would mean showing grit, showing that they can go toe-to-toe with one of the league's hotter teams right now. It would mean proving to themselves, their fans, and maybe even their opponents that this is a team with fight left, a team that can still rise to the occasion despite setbacks. But as the Dolphins gear up, they know it won't be easy. McVay's Rams are on a roll, playing fast, confident football. Stafford has been sharp, and the Rams' offensive line is giving him the time he needs to make things happen downfield. The Dolphins' defense will have to bring pressure, disrupt Stafford's rhythm, and keep Kupp and Nakua under wraps. The secondary, led by Ramsey, will need to be flawless. Every defensive play has to be executed with discipline because, as Mcdaniel has pointed out, the Rams are the kind of team that pounces on mistakes. What kind of Dolphins team will we see come Monday night? Will it be the scrappy, determined Miami squad that fans know can show up when the stakes are high, or will they let the Rams' momentum steamroll them? All eyes are on Miami as they fight not only for a win but to reignite their season and find a spark they desperately need. And maybe, just maybe, they can turn this night into the turning point everyone's been waiting for.